Good morning. Welcome to WFMS, where we're getting the news out to you. Hey, Franklin Middle School staff and students, who has it better than us? Nobody, that's right. Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday. It is February 23rd. And let's take a look at our beautiful slide here. Kayleen created this slide, and we've got a beautiful falcon coming in. We've got some butterflies down in that garden area in the bottom right. A-day students, you're synchronous, you're in person. B-day students, you're asynchronous. Whether you're an A-day or B-day, it's always a good time to have a good day. And we have a great quote here: never regret anything that made you smile. All right, great slide. Thank you for creating that for us, Kayleen. All right, today's welcoming ritual, take a look. Anger is a wind which blows out the lamp of the mind. How is anger like the wind? While wind can cause problems when it is too strong, there are many ways it is helpful if properly directed. How can anger, properly directed, of course, be useful instead of harmful? Think about that one. How can you use that anger to your advantage? Lashing out and being out of control, that doesn't usually help. Saying something hurtful or harmful, that doesn't help. But how can you use your anger to fuel you? I'm thinking of lots of associations with sports, as long as you can stay under control. Thinking of lots of associations. So think of that one. How can anger, properly directed, of course, be useful instead of harmful? All right, answer to last week's trivia, no winner. How did Robert Smalls free his family and crew from slavery? Smalls took the ship he was in charge of steering. He and the other slaves were left aboard the ship as the Confederate soldiers stayed on land. After visiting with his family and revealing his plan, he hid and the crew's family aboard another ship. Smalls wore the captain's uniform and straw hat. He was able to sail past 5 harbor forts without being recognized. And as the crew headed towards the Union military, it switched the Confederate flag to the white sheet to surrender. Great plan. Fantastic plan. All right, and then this week's HBCU, we're going to talk about those historically black colleges and universities. They were founded before the Civil Rights Act of 1964, but mostly in the 30s. They were established after the Civil War, largely in southern states, and churches and universities, due to segregation and limited access to education. The colleges and universities were aided by congregations. 3 months after the end of the Civil War, Clark Atlanta University was founded as the first historically black college university in the South. And during the 1930s, Jewish citizens were fleeing Europe due to the rise of Hitler and anti-Semitic propaganda. The Jewish community had their positions taken from them at colleges and universities in Europe. And guess what they did? They went to the HBCUs to find jobs. Between 1933 and 1945, more than 2/3 of the faculty at HBCUs were Jewish immigrants. It's a not very well-known fact. HBCUs and the Jewish community partnered well because they both believed in equal learning spaces, diversity, and welcomed all, including women. Of the remaining historically black colleges and universities, 27 offer doctoral programs, 52 offer masters, 83 offer bachelor's, and 38 offer associate's degree. Here's your trivia for today. How many historically black colleges and universities were there in total? How many exist today? And name 5 private and 5 public HBCUs. If you get that answer, you email that to Ms. Womack at jwomack@sps186.org. Got some examples, some context clues, if you will, down below. There's the button. There's the banner. That's what we want you to click on your asynchronous day. We want your attendance to count. And on your asynchronous day, we need you to click asynchronous banner, check the attendance check-in, click I am in attendance and I'm going to do my work, and then click submit. Important dates, March 1st through 5th, no school. That's next week. We're going to be into March. March 12th, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We've been talking about it. We got a little bit of time left. April 1st, of course, is April Fool's Day, and April 2nd, April 5th, there's no school. Those are the days before and right after Easter. All right. All classes, attention. All classes, attention. Please stay tuned after announcements for a mandatory bus evacuation and safety training video for all FMS students. This is required, and this is what we're going to be doing instead of the bus drill where everybody goes and loads the bus and gets off the bus. It's not real exciting, but it's something that's mandatory and we need for you to do. Okay, that'll be coming up immediately after the announcements. All right, Mayor's Youth Council is holding a virtual town hall. That's tomorrow. That's Wednesday. And this is for any youth where you can come and share ideas and concerns. And it's for students, run by students. They'll have breakout rooms. All attendees will then come back in and you'll discuss, evaluate, come up with some possible ideas and solutions for our city. And this again is run by the youth for the youth. Here is the link below. Consider going to that. Might be pretty cool. All right, next up, Thursday, our after hours. It goes from 1:45 to 2:45. This Thursday, our after hours, 1:45 to 2:45. Students must sign up in the art room. And in Scholastic Bowl news, the Sacramento Winter Scholastic Bowl Tournament, 6th grade NAQ tournament in Sacramento, California. FMS won 3 matches. Kashan and Meher were top scorers for the team. Meher answered 23 toss-ups, and Kashan had 22 toss-ups. Excellent. Other students who participated in the tournament were Sebastian and Vanchika. FMS finished 4th out of 7 teams. We're also missing 2 really good players. Vanchika had 4 toss-ups in 2 games, and Sebastian had 1. Great job, 6th grade. Got a lot of talent down there. Good job, Coach Knofel. And in volleyball news, 7th grade scores against Grant. We'll find those out. And the next game, home game, will be against Glenwood Middle School. That's tonight at 4 o'clock. Go get them, Lady Falcons. And in boys basketball news, the next game is today at Washington Middle School. The 7th grade game will start at 3:30. Boys, the bus is going to leave at 2:45, return at 4:45. 8th grade team, 3:45, return at 5:45. And boys basketball team individual photos are scheduled for today at 2. You must have your uniform and shoes for photos. Photos will be ordered online, or you can bring in an order form and money today. All right, looks like we've got some students of the month. These are not all of them, but some of them. Miss Becker, and here's her student of the month, Maria. Great job, Mrs. Brutz and Polly. All right, Mrs. Anselm and her student of the month, Grant. We've got Mrs. Abby and Miss Berbera and Terrell. Give those thumbs up, like seeing that for the student of the month. Look here, Mrs. Bolt with her student of the month, Nate. All right, Mrs. Bolt and Mrs. Sherrod, double up there. Take a look here. We've got Mr. Gass and his student of the month, Michael W., throwing a peace sign, like seeing that. All right, we've got Miss Martin and her student of the month, Satch. There we go. Love seeing that. Take a look here. We've got Miss McDonald and her student of the month, Claire. All right. We've got Miss Shaw and Carmen. Miss Shaw says 1 thumbs up. Carmen says 2 thumbs up. We love seeing that. Good job. And last but not least, we've got Miss Sherrod and Chloe. All right. Great job. Those are our student of the month. We'll have some more to share with tomorrow. All right. It looks like we've got to name this song. Can you name this song? Here's 4 lyrics. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space with the air like I don't care, baby, by the way. What is that song? Do you know it? It's coming up shortly. And in our Scholastic Bowl question of the day, this one's math, general math. 7/5, 13/9, and 4/3 are examples of what type of fraction whose numerator is greater than its denominator. 7/5, 13/19, and 4/3 are examples of what type of fraction whose numerator is greater than its denominator. Numerator on the top, denominator on the bottom. There's the fraction bar. All right, fractional bar. That answer will be up shortly. And can you name this movie? Door, monster, lizard, scared face? I have no idea. Got nothing. Door, monster, lizard, scaredy face. Shocked face. I don't know. Coming up, we'll find out. And on the word of the day, specimen. An example regarded as typical of its class. The researchers detected in the older Starfish samples museum specimens from as early as 1942. Specimen. It's a scientific word. It's an S word. A specimen. An example regarded as typical of its class. All right. And on this day in history, W.E.B. Du Bois is born February 23rd, 1868. William Edward Burghardt, that's W.E.B., is born in Great Barrington, Massachusetts. A brilliant scholar, Du Bois was an influential proponent of civil rights. And if I'm not mistaken, that is who Du Bois School is named after. All right, on to our bad jokes. Here we go. I have a pencil that used to be owned by William Shakespeare, but he chewed it a lot. Now I can't tell if it's to be or not to be. Terrible. All right, we've got some birthdays. Happy birthday Monday to Trayvon Furge. Happy birthday today to Montavious McLean. Happy birthday today to Nathaniel Thomas. Happy birthday from us to you. And let's take a look at that weather. 49, 46, 44. It's mid-40s in February. We like it. The snow is melting, and we will be able to be outside, but we got to stay out of the puddles, stay out of the mud, stay out of the muck, stay out of any of the existing snow. It's going to be melting off. We don't want you to bring that mud into the building. So we'll be blacktop only, BTO. All right, nice February weather, indeed. Scholastic poll answer, when you got the numerator larger than the denominator, that's the top number larger than the bottom number, we call that an improper fraction. And the trivia math brain teaser, that is Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. And as we prepare for a productive day, let us observe a moment of silence. Now let us rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, that song, those 4 lyrics, the name of that song was Happy. Now, Franklin Middle School staff and students, we've got a bus video coming up. We want you to keep that on. It lasts about 10 minutes. All right. We want everybody to have a great day. And remember, it's all about choices. Read, write, and respond at Franklin Middle School. It's our focus. And on to our bus video.
Hello, I am Regional Superintendent Chris Dvorak. As part of our safety procedures, we are providing this bus evacuation video to assist students and school districts on how to safely evacuate a school bus. The safety of students is a priority of regional offices of education throughout the state of Illinois.
Today, we will be showing you how to properly evacuate a school bus should an emergency occur. This video will cover safety procedures, the location and use of safety equipment, and the different ways in which you may need to evacuate a school bus. In the event of a bus emergency, it is important to remain calm and utilize the following bus safety procedures. Remain seated and quiet until the bus is completely stopped. Always face forward in the seat. Do not change seats unless instructed to do so by the bus driver, bus monitor, attendant, or teacher. Keep hands, feet, and head inside the bus at all times. Be courteous to others and pay attention to the bus driver, teacher, and attendant bus monitor and evacuation helpers. Students will leave all personal belongings on the bus. They should not have anything in their hands or on their person while evacuating. While moving to the appropriate exit, do not push or shove. While leaving the bus, use the handrails or the evacuation helper's hands. Be alert for traffic and/or pedestrians. Move to a safe place away from the school bus and remain there with the group. Regrouping should be approximately 100 feet or 50 paces from the bus. Do not talk to or accept rides from anyone. After all students are evacuated and moved to a safe location, an administrator will inform the students when they can re-enter the bus to collect their belongings. Students must also be aware of bus danger zones, the areas around the bus that are blind spots to the driver. The danger zone areas are located to the front, sides, and rear of the school bus that are not in direct eye contact of the bus driver. Students who come into these danger zones place themselves in jeopardy of serious injury or death. Cooperating and following the rules for safe bus riding will alleviate distractions and reduce the number of school bus accidents. It is important to know where the safety equipment is located, as students may need to use the equipment if the driver becomes incapacitated. Please note that the location of safety equipment may differ from bus to bus. The first aid kit is commonly located at the front of the bus near the front main entrance. The fire extinguisher is commonly located at the front of the bus near the front main entrance. To properly operate the fire extinguisher, follow the instructions printed on the tank. The bus's radio is commonly located near the steering wheel within arm's reach of the driver's seat. If it is necessary to communicate with a bus dispatch, just hold the speaker box in your hand and grip the button on the left side when speaking into it. The parking brake may resemble a button on the bus's console or a lever near the driver's seat. To apply the console parking brake, simply pull the button up and away from the console. To release the brake, push the button back down. To apply a lever parking brake, simply grip and pull up the lever until it is locked in the upright position. For certain emergencies, you may need to turn off the engine. After setting the parking brake, grip the keys in the ignition and turn them towards your body, then remove them from the ignition. In the event that an air or vacuum main door is not functional, an emergency release switch is available to allow the door to operate freely. Simply flip the switch as indicated and then push the doors outward. If the bus has a manual door, just grip the handle and swing it out and away from the driver's seat to open. Warning reflectors are commonly located at the front of the bus near the front main entrance. You will need to remove each warning reflector and assemble it before placing them alongside the road in front of and behind the bus. Again, please note that the location of safety equipment may differ from bus to bus. There are many reasons why a school bus could be evacuated. Students should understand that evacuation will occur if the bus is on fire or is in danger of catching fire, if the bus cannot be moved to a safe position, or if it is in the path of other motor vehicles, the path of a train, or adjacent to any railroad tracks, a position of inadequate visibility and in danger of being hit, a dangerous position related to water or a sudden extreme drop, the area of a hazardous spill for which there is need to quickly evacuate to an area upwind at least 300 feet from the incident, and any position that puts the students in danger because of their presence on the school bus. Natural weather emergencies may also require bus evacuation procedures to be implemented. If a bus driver is incapacitated, students must know how and where to obtain assistance in emergencies. This may be done by flagging down a passing motorist to call for help, using the two-way radio, cell phone, or sending an authorized student to a nearby house or office to make a call. Every bus should have an information sheet in a set location with the following information: bus route and bus number, telephone number for the transportation office, telephone number for fire, police, and ambulance, and the bus driver's name. There are four main ways in which a bus can be evacuated: through the front door, the rear emergency door, through the emergency windows, and through the emergency roof hatch. Some buses come equipped with an additional side door as well. During a front door evacuation drill, the driver will stop the bus and shut off the engine, making sure the parking brake is set and the key is not in the ignition. The front door will be opened and the driver will instruct students to remain seated and let them know this is an emergency drill, front door evacuation. Students will be dismissed starting with the right-hand front seat and will be directed to walk, not run, and use the handrail if equipped. The driver will move down the aisle, dismissing seats of students alternately until the bus is empty. The driver may designate a reference point where students will gather. As students leave the bus, they should proceed in an orderly fashion to a distance of at least 100 feet, or about 50 paces, from the side of the school bus. Utilize the front door if all other emergency exits are blocked or pose a risk. The bus driver will remain on the bus to direct an orderly evacuation. The bus driver will select two helpers to exit the back of the bus and get into position to assist other students while they are exiting. Helpers are typically older students that are more capable of assisting. To open the emergency door on the back of the bus, grip the red handle, pull up, and then push the door outwards. As students are exiting the bus, they should not run to and jump out of the back door. Instead, it is recommended that they form an orderly line and then individually sit and scoot off the edge. Remember, stay calm and sit and scoot. Make sure to avoid the header when exiting so you do not injure your head while leaving the bus. Students need to safely walk 100 feet or about 50 paces away from the bus, avoiding traffic after exiting the bus. The bus driver is responsible for walking down the aisle to look on and under each seat to ensure all passengers have evacuated. Utilize the rear door emergency exit should all other exits be blocked or pose a risk. Some buses are equipped with side doors that may be used to evacuate if no other exits are available. In the event of a side door evacuation, students should use the same exiting procedure as a rear door evacuation drill. Just as in the rear emergency door drill, the bus driver will direct an orderly evacuation. 2 helpers will be selected to open and exit through the side door emergency exit. They will then assist the remaining students who will sit and scoot off the edge of the side door. Students will need to safely walk 100 feet away from the bus while being sure to avoid traffic. The bus driver will then walk down the aisle looking on and under each seat to ensure all passengers have evacuated. The use of hatches, side windows, and side doors may be required if the bus encounters a rollover which blocks other exits, is on its side blocking main exits, or if no other exits are available due to how the bus is positioned. To use the emergency exit through the roof of the bus, turn the handle and push the hatch up and out. Utilize the roof hatch emergency exit should all other exits be blocked or pose a risk. To use the window emergency exit, rotate the handle and push the window out. 2 helpers should be positioned, one in the front of the emergency window and one in the seat behind the emergency window. The 2 helpers stand up in their seat area and support the open window with their hands. As you are exiting, place both knees on the seat facing the aisle, then place both hands on the seat bottom while facing the aisle and floor. Proceed feet first out the window, lowering yourself over the windowsill on your stomach. Watch for loose articles of clothing that may become hung up on the windowsill while exiting. Once the first person is out of the bus and on the ground, they should remain by the bus and help lower the remaining people out the window and to the ground by forming a cradle with their hands under one foot. The first 2 people out of the bus should continue helping until they become tired and need to be replaced. When the helpers inside the bus are the last ones to exit, taller students should hold the window open from the outside, allowing the 2 helpers inside to exit the bus. Utilize the emergency window exits should all other exits be blocked or pose a risk. When evacuating students with special needs, the transportation staff should have an emergency evacuation plan that considers the individual capabilities and needs of each student. This concludes our emergency bus evacuation tutorial. Remember, stay calm, stay safe, and look out for one another.